Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So on the 20th of January we're getting pre-patch for Midnight, which is coming with Stat Squish. So if you don't know what Stat Squish is, it's basically where Blizzard they take the numbers down. Because right now you can see my Blood Death Knight tank on the right side of the screen is having 1.3 million HP, which is a lot. Can you imagine if they didn't take down the numbers, we would basically have something like 10 or 100 million HP, and the next expansion would be way too much. So as you can see, on retail I have about 1.3 million HP, and on Midnight PTR I have 120k. So you can see over here where my mouse is 120k, and on the retail normal game I have 1.3 million HP. This on the left side is Midnight PTR, which is basically the patch that comes out of the 20, and I have copied the exactly same character with the exactly same items from my normal retail game to the Midnight test server. And this is the changes. My eye level is going from 653 to 105. My HP is going from 1.3 million to 120k. This is about 90% prune. So basically, whatever you have right now of HP, you're gonna lose about 90% of that. And now you might be saying, okay, that's very cool. I like 120k. That's a nice number. Like, that's actually honestly nice. But what about if we actually do some attacking? So you can see here, for example, if I do auto attack here, each of my auto attacks is about like 50k damage. Like, okay, that was actually 100k. If I do it on this server over here, it's about 3k damage. So again, you can see the numbers has been pruned a lot. It's very less smaller numbers, like 1000 damage. So I like that. But you might be asking, okay, but what about a character that is actually like, max level? Well, let's take a look at that. So here we have a Blood Death Knight and max level, which is 90 in the new Midnight expansion, and it has the best gear you can get in Season 1. So as you can see here, I have full Mythic raid items. 289 eye level. So basically the best gear in the game you can get from, well, when the raids releases on Mythic difficulty is eye level 289. Right now, like, I mean, the champion gear in Midnight, like in retail is like 700 or something like that. So even the best gear in Midnight is 289. And how much HP do I have on this Blood Death Knight? So you saw on retail, I have 1.3 million HP. When I transfer that character to the test server, it has 120k, which was 90% less. Now, with a full geared, best totally geared Blood Death Knight on Midnight Beta, I have 685k HP. This is how much HP I have as a Blood Death Knight. So as the best Blood Death Knight I can be, it's 685. Of course, I don't have enchants or gems or anything like that that would maybe give me 700k, but still, this is the best tank in the game is going to have about 600 to 700k HP, which we kind of getting close to where the WoW Within is, which I feel like is a shame. I had hoped we would get even lower down. So when Midnight expansion is done, we are probably going to be on 1.3 million again, just like in retail. And fun fact, in case you want to actually see that, we can also see how much HP does a DPS actually have, because this is how much HP a Blood Death Knight would have. But what about a full geared Retribution Paladin? We could also try to take a look at that. Just there we go. So here, a full geared, best geared Retribution Paladin would have an HP on 460. So 685 Blood Death Knight, and the Red Paladin would have 460. So still, it's not close to what we have in retail, but it's still, it's still up there. It's still pretty good. I remember the Blood Death Knight I had on the Midnight was like super bad geared, but still it was the comparison that basically they have reduced the stats by 90%. And then of course, when you have a totally best geared character on the Midnight, we're gonna have about 600k as a tank and 400k probably as a DPS. So I just wanted to inform you all how much less damage, like health, we're gonna have in the two different expansions. But yeah, just wanted to let you know. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you feel? Do you feel like the number should have been lower, or should they have been higher? Like, what would you say? So yeah, let me know. Peace out.